What's going on, people? TroopzTV back again. Back a blood clot again, you understand? Match reaction time, you get me? First L for a while, you understand? But the L has come at the very worst time, you understand? When the league is starting to get pack up and the race is starting to look a bit more open now, you get me? Was it looking like a bit of a looking like tunnel vision settings, blood? You understand? It was looking like we were just gonna, you get me, keep on doing what we're doing. But Unai Emery and Aston Villa had other ideas today, blood. You get me? Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1, and fully deserved. Let's just get it. Let's just say it as it is. Fully deserved win by Aston Villa. We were absolutely piss poor today, blood. You understand? That was the worst performance I've seen from Arsenal this season, blood. You get me? I have not seen a worse performance than that. We were good for about 10 minutes in the entire game, bro. You get me? Starting lineup. Let's start where, you get me, it all begins, which is the starting 11. I weren't happy with the starting 11. You get me? I knew the situation with the defense. Obviously, I knew that Timber and Nkapie were going to start as the centre-back pairing. Had no issues with that. But the issue I did have with was Mikel Merino leading the line. You understand? Now, Victor Gyökeres is back fit and available. He came off the bench in the last 2 games. I thought he would have got a start midweek against Brentford. He didn't. He went with Merino. Merino got his goal. But today, the man that should have started was Victor Gyökeres, bro. You get me? We're playing a Aston Villa team that play a high line. And you want to play Mikel Merino, who is not going to stretch the defense. He's not going to bring in the wingers. He's not going to link the play. Nothing, bro. You get me? It was an absolutely terrible 45 minutes from Mikel Merino. It was so bad that he was hooked at half-time, bro. You get me? The man couldn't make simple passes. His touch was off. He was making no effect on the game, bro. You get me? Not linking up with his wingers, not linking up with Odegaard. Not doing nothing, bro. Just thinking out the place. You get me? Eberechi Eze, probably his worst performance. No, it was. Let's just say it as it is. It was his worst performance since signing for the club. That first goal, Matty Cash, at not one point does Eze look over his shoulder and see where his man is, blood. You understand? Matty Cash is his man. That's Eze's man. And he doesn't see him until he's flying past him. You get me? We already had a warning from Matty Cash about 5 minutes before that when Declan Rice made an absolutely fantastic block. You get me? Probably the only thing he did in the game, blood. Let's just say it as it is. Because everybody was piss poor, blood. You understand? That first half, Onana was just playing the ball into the pockets. Rodgers was popping up in there. Tillemans, Kamara, McGinn. They were having the time of their life, bro. You understand? We talk well on Zubamendi. Big him up every time. But him as well today. Poor. You understand? Positioning all off. Decision-making from the whole midfield. All off. Bukayo Saka. He was very frustrating today, bro. You understand? He was frustrating me today because if we're being honest, all of our chances were coming from the right-hand side. They were coming from Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard linking up. You know that they have a good partnership between one another. And most of our chances were coming from that right-hand side. When we got the disallowed goal, it came from the right-hand side. Lovely slide ball through by Odegaard. Saka couldn't just hold his run. Eze put it away. That's the only thing we did positively in that first half. Do you understand? It was slow. It was lethargic. There was nothing. It was a very confusing performance, knowing that, yo, we're the first to play this weekend. We can put down a marker. We can go 8 points clear potentially of Man City, bro. Do you understand? We also knew that Aston Villa winning this game would bring them 3 points closer to us, bro. You understand? There'll be 3 points behind us furthermore. Not even 3 points closer, 3 points behind us, bro. You understand? So after getting Chelsea out of the way midweek, meaning us doing our job against Brentford and Leeds doing us a favour, Chelsea were, you get me, drifting away. Now these, man, you get me, if they get a win this weekend now, they can also start looking at it again and saying, nah, you know what? We're involved as well, blood. You understand? Because the defence today was all over the place, bro. Do you understand? They did some good, but they did a lot of bad. You get me? Timber, positionally today, he was all over the place, bro. You get me? He was winning his one-on-one duels, but his positional sense and his positioning on the pitch was not there today, bro. You understand? Benny Blanco, he was poor today as well. You understand? There's no one really that I can give praise to. You understand? The only people I can really give praise to are the substitutions, because one thing I will give Arteta is that the only piece of credit that I will give the manager today is that he did make the change at half time. You understand? We all knew changes needed to be made at half time, bro. It wasn't a thing where we're waiting until 60 minutes, 70 minutes. You know what I mean? They had to be made at half time. I thought he'd give it 10 minutes and then make the changes, blood. A bit like Wednesday night, where he did make the changes early. I didn't expect to see the changes at half time. He did make the changes at half time. Trossard came on, Gyökeres came on, and you instantly saw the difference, bro. You understand? Aston Villa took 10 yards back. You get me? That high line that they were playing in that first half, when Gyökeres came on, it weren't that high now. You get me? Because they knew there is a real threat now on the pitch, bro. You get me? The goal that we got, the equalizing goal, the Trossard goal, popping up at the back post. If Emi Martinez doesn't get a hand on that cross, that is dropping to Gyökeres, bro. Do you understand? That would have been a perfect impact from Gyökeres, bro. You get me? But even when Gyökeres came on the pitch, no one's really giving him the ball, bro. Do you understand? He was pressing and all of that, but he wasn't getting on the ball. He wasn't seeing the ball. You understand? It was still lackluster. It was still not progressive. We wasn't on the front foot. We wasn't playing with urgency. There was no aggression in our game. The only times that those things were in our game was that 10-minute spell from the start of the second half up until we equalized. As soon as we equalized, Villa, they kind of composed themselves and came back in the game, and then they started to dominate again. There was a whole heap of opportunities they had before getting that goal with the last kick of the game. Malin came on. He was causing absolute mayhem. I done said when he come on, I said it a row. Go check on and watch along. I said, this guy's got mad pace, bro. We have to be careful. When Watkins went off and he came on, I said, yo, this is going to be problems, bro. You understand? And then the changes that Emery made after that, the double change, bringing on, I think it was Bogarde and Jay Honcho, they made a massive difference. They won Aston Villa the game, bro. You understand? Because Bogarde came on that midfield. He had legs, energy. You can see our midfield was dying. Arteta's not changing the midfield. He's not throwing another body in there. He's not putting an Ethan on or even a Norgard. Like, you understand? In this situation now, you get me? You can see legs are tired. Zubi's played a lot of games. Rice has played a lot of games. You could put on a Norgard in there because that's his position. But Arteta obviously doesn't trust Christian Norgard. Do you understand? No midfield change for the whole game. Like I said, he came on. He took over the midfield. They had chances. They had the Malin chance, which went just wide. They had the chance when Timber nearly scored an own goal and it trickled along the goal line. And then they had the goal that won them the game. You understand? The defending from that goal was absolutely fucking shocking, bro. You get me? You got Ben White on the floor, Timber on the floor. Rice is just standing there looking at man. Odegaard's just there standing looking at man. You get me? Zubimendi trying to make that last minute block. But to have that amount of players in the box, we had more players in the box than Aston Villa. And they've managed to come out with a fucking goal, bro. Do you understand? Of all players as well. We pick Odegaard over Buendia. And then Buendia come with the dagger, bro. You get me? This thing here today is pure pain, bro. You get me? You got Buendia loving life. You got that pussy on Martinez loving life. And then you got Emery, who's got another one up on Arteta, bro. You get me? Emery he knows how to get the better of Arteta, bro. You understand? He really does know how to get the better of Arteta. He's done it on numerous occasions. He's done it with numerous clubs. He's done it in numerous stadiums. And yet again, Unai Emery has stung Mikel Arteta, bro. You get me? I went on the Daily Mail podcast, the whistleblower. Big up them man over there for the invite. And they put the clip out that I said it very respectfully as well. Said it very respectfully. I wasn't rude. I wasn't aggressive. I just said that, yo, if Emery was at Arsenal during this period, we would have won at least one league title. You get me? People in the comments, trying maybe man are trying to cook me in the comments, bro. What now, blood? Do you understand? What now, bro? You get me? Emery again has got the better of our manager, bro. You understand? And the whole thing I said up until this game was, this is Emery versus Arteta. If Arteta can get the better at Emery, we can do this thing. This ain't the players versus players thing. This is a literally manager versus manager situation, bro. And Emery got the better of him again. You get me? I fully expect Man City to get the win against Sunderland. They're going to be 3 points behind us. Now, not even 3 points, sorry. 2 points behind us, but they'll jump Aston Villa and go into second because, you get me, they're 5 points behind us currently. If they win, when they win against Sunderland, you get me, they're going to be 2 points behind us. The shark is lurking, bro. You understand? I said on Turkish's podcast, big up Turkish, big up Jordan, big up man like my mind's gone fully blank, bro. Man like James, you understand? I'm there thinking of his name, bro. How can I forget man like James, bro? Man like Toff, you understand? And I said to the man, them, yo, I'm looking over my shoulder, but I'm kind of just looking like, okay, you know, like when you're driving your car and you just have a look over your shoulder to see that, yeah, but there's no one there. That's how I was looking. Now I'm looking like, yo, blood. Them man there are just there, you know. They're right there, blood. Do you understand? And you get me. It's a busy Christmas period. Calafiori is going to be suspended for next week. He needs a rest because he's been playing a hella football. Luckily, it's Wolves at home. You understand? So we should be able to maneuver that. But I'm very disappointed today. The rice. It was fucking rice, bro. You get me? The race. Sorry. The race is on now. You get me? The race is on. And you understand? Strap up your seatbelts. It's going to be a long fucking second half of the season. It's going to be an even longer Christmas period, bro, because these fixtures coming up thick and fast. We need bodies back in, blood, especially in the defense, because you see how the defense is not defensing right now. Shit could get fucking worse, bro. You get me? We could drop off. You understand? And it turn into a top 4 race, not a title race. You get me? We don't want that, blood. You understand? We don't want that. We don't need that. We need the title. We need the trophy with the fucking big ears this year, bro. You get me? But anyway, you lot let me know your thoughts of the game in the comments below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Troopz. I'm out.